Hello Exiles. Well, time for a new build. VENOM GYRE. Whisperer. My idea is to sustain the VAAL version permanently by using the rage regeneration from the Ascendancy along with Hateforge. I am not sure how well it will work since I haven't seen anyone try this strategy before, but let's find out. The items needed for this strategy are quite expensive, so I will start as a regular mana and dexterity stacking character. This Ascendancy is the best choice for VENOM GYRE, as it gives a free awakened fork and other highly useful nodes for a build like this. Here's the first jackpot. And the first Ascendancy will be fork. I started with Lightning Arrow, but with this node, I will swap to VENOM GYRE. If you don't know, VENOM GYRE lets you create caught projectiles, which are increased with fork. You can then use whirling blades to dash through enemies and release all the projectiles at once, which can hit multiple times for massive damage. And here's the second jackpot. Looks like today is my lucky day. This will be the second Ascendancy. It's useful because it lets me use these unique gloves for a big damage boost, but without the downside. There's also another Ascendancy focused on VAAL skills, but I couldn't make a working character with it since it can't sustain rage without adding more unique items, which creates its own problems. And the third lab. Maybe I should just be a lab runner instead of mapping. The tutorial is done. Time to dive into the real game. But before that, let's go shopping. As a dexterity stacker, this weapon will be the main source of base damage. Mind of the Council. The third lab gives a good amount of mana, so this item will be really useful. New Shield. This one gives a lot of damage with the Ascendancy. 6 Link Body Armor. New Amulet. This isn't PoE 2, so I can grab this amulet for very cheap. New rings with dexterity, resistances, and a few other helpful modifiers. New belt with same modifiers. Let's see how the skill looks. The clear is nice, and the boss damage is fine for now. Well, with this much investment, the damage should be expected. I also got a VAAL VENOM GYRE for better boss damage. Because I have a big mana pool, I can use Arcane Cloak to gain added lightning damage. This skill consumes mana to provide the bonus, so reserving the mana pool is not an option. However, Eternal Blessing can still be used for a free aura. And here are 2 more gems. I don't know the odds, but I haven't gotten a single bad gem yet. This will be the 4th Ascendancy. I was using precise technique for more damage, but with 4 power charges, I can start scaling critical damage in the build. I only need a few passive points and 2 gem swaps to transition into crit. Now, the damage is much better, and I can start clearing red maps. Speaking of red maps, let me talk about the currency strategy I am going to use. I need a lot of currency, so I will start with Betrayal to farm Veiled Orbs. Idols are not very expensive, and Veiled Orbs are not too rare to drop from the boss. I didn't focus on this earlier because Veiled Orbs have a lower drop chance in white and yellow maps, so I spent that time leveling up and completing maps until I reached red maps. These are the idols I will be using for this strategy. Let's see how profitable it is. Here's the main item I will be using with VAAL VENOM GYRE. I want the VAAL skill to be permanent, so this will be an important part of the build. Also, I got lucky and found the only one of this item with projectile speed in the league so far. I'll use it once I have the whole setup ready. First Veiled Orb. I just need one more to make the swap. Second orb out of 7 Katarinas. Not bad. Now, let's get the items and make the swap. Hate Forge. Warp Timepiece. Reduced skill duration is important because it lowers the soul gain prevention on the VAAL skill. New ring for the same reason as the amulet. New helmet. Mana Storm. This shield provides a lot of damage, and I will go over its mechanics later in the video. New belt. I will craft this one with sorrow essences. This should be good enough. New body armor like this one. Brutal Restraint. It will give a lot of dexterity in this area. Now, let's re-roll the Ascendancy and test the idea. I have a 6-link Plague Bearer gem, which is only used in this build to spend 200 mana per second. This will generate 10 rage per second, allowing me to use my VAAL skill every 2 or 3 seconds. Well, this is looking pretty good. To fix the resistances, I will buy these boots and also get a Purity of Elements gem. So, the Mana Storm buff removes all your mana to give a lot of maximum damage, which looks like a bad downside, but a single hit from Whirling Blades hits so many times that I recover my whole mana very fast and it becomes very usable. Also, the buff is maximum damage, not added damage, so it's half the value, but you can fix that by using the Dance with Death Keystone or with another modifier on the 1-link ring. This build is just an idea I wanted to try, and it is kinda hard to recommend because it's quite squishy and has a weird playstyle. I'll be working on some fixes in another episode. Also, I just launched a Discord server, so if you have any ideas or need build advice, feel free to join and share your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll catch you in the next one.